Rightio, so I got some fish over here, oil which I've already preheated a bit too much, but it'll be right. A little bit of corn starch, a little bit of baking powder, and some flour, apparently high grades of stuff to use, and a bottle of that stuff. Making a beer batter. So I'll just, I kind of wing this. I've got 2 pieces of fish, and what are we going to use? Get one of these little things here. Normally I just kind of get a bit of a spoon, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll go with 4. That looks like a good number. Make that a bit tidy. A bit of this stuff, baking powder. Just, I don't know, like half a teaspoon or so. That'll do. That was a bit more than half a teaspoon maybe. And a bit of cornstarch. So today we'll go with about 1 of those. Right. Give that a bit of a mix. I should have really probably done the old sifty thing. So since I haven't done that, I'll give it a bit of a fluff up with a fork. That might take some of the bits out of it. Probably not. So the oil, yeah, I kind of, I was trying to find a mount for this camera, and I left the oil on the elbow, which is not the most clever thing I've done, but never mind. So that's about 1/3 of a bottle. We might need a little bit more than that. Nice and frothy. Yeah, I always tend to put a little bit less in than what I think I'm going to end up needing. And it smells like nice bread. That's about half a bottle, and the less you put in here, the more you get to drink. So, you know, makes good sense not to make it too thin. No. Because there's always another bottle in the fridge. Maybe just a little bit more, just a touch more, there we go. Yeah, that's looking good. Put that stuff back on there. Now this fish has been in the fridge for a couple of days already, so I will just going to cut it up into some little bit smaller bits. I try and use a pretty small pot, or reasonably small, so that I don't have to use too much oil. So I'll cut this. This one needs a sharpen by the feel of it. 1, just me here. Cut that into little bits. Yep, that's blunt. That's more blunt than a blunt thing. I'll just go through. There's a couple of little scales, which you probably can't see because I'm one little scale there. They're pretty nice and dry, these fillets already. Well, not dry, but you know, they haven't got a lot of extra moisture on the top. So if they're a little bit wet before I start cooking them, I just pat them down with a tea towel. No, not tea towel, paper towel. That word. Right. You've got a bit of a dunk, and I lay these in. When you put fish into oil, or anything into oil, just lay it so that if it does fall off, it falls away from you. If you kind of catch what I mean there. Because if it falls off coming back towards you, the oil's going to splash up and get all over you. Right, that's sensible, eh? Alright, well, we'll just put 2 of these in at a time, maybe 3 actually. I think we get another one more in there. There we go. I don't know whether you can edit messes out of videos. Probably not. Yeah, it's starting to come along nicely. Just going to get these other bits in the batter. I can't see any more. Scars on there. Put them in. So I made way too much batter again. I thought I wasn't making enough, but plenty. The oil's cooled down a little wee bit. Just tucking that up a little wee bit. They tell me the other thing that I've not done it myself yet, but is putting getting a temperature gauge and actually checking what the temperature is before you start cooking. Yeah, it's probably a sensible idea. Pretty good. Maybe not quite hot enough, that oil, but it is warming up again. So we'll see how this turns out. I try and, like, the first, how it goes for me is the first night I cook fish and I basically have it cooked in just with a bit of butter in a frying pan, nothing else on it, and you know, that's when it's at its best. So you might as well enjoy the nice, beautiful flavour and texture, you know, that first night. Second night I'll probably put a crumb it, you know, breadcrumbs and things, and then once you get to sort of third or fourth night, it's time for beer batter. And it's still pretty good. Beer batter, even, I think beer batter is always good whether it's first night or night number 4 or 5. The other thing I did this time, because I caught a few more fish. Normally I don't tend to bring so many fish home with me. I tend to release a lot of fish, but I kept a few more this last trip. So I went and bought a one of these things. See, a food saver, vacuum sealer thing, and pretty cool. I got a bunch of those, so I'm going to try and eat some of those because I've never been a big fan of freezing fish at all. It goes kind of against my way of thinking, but I do live a long way from the coast, so sometimes it's nice to grab a few extras, and if they taste you know, if they taste as good or as close to as good as what this is going to tonight after being frozen, then I'll be happy to keep a few. I've really avoided keeping any more than what I can eat within 4 days in the past. but the price of fuel and things like that, it's making, you know, you've got to get a little bit of value out of things. Anyway, we'll be back soon. Alright, so there we have it. I'm just crack a bit of this stuff open. Oh, that one's a bit hot still. Yep, she's hot. So that's what we've got there on the inside there, and it's, I don't know whether you can hear that, but it's a nice, crispy, way too hot to eat. It's delicious. And nice and crispy. Nice and crispy. Okay, I better go back. Let that cool down a little bit more because it's killing me. And I'll got some more that's cooking.